You don't actually want attention. You want to feel seen without having to beg for it. But somehow you still check your phone again. You reread messages. You wonder why they didn't reply the same way you would. And here's the part no one says out loud. It's not the silence that hurts. It's what the silence means to you. Pause for a second. What story do you tell yourself when no one is looking? Maybe it looks like this. You post something, not for validation. At least that's what you tell yourself. But then the views come in slower than expected. The likes feel empty, and suddenly your mood shifts. Or you're in a room full of people, laughing, talking, smiling, but there's this quiet voice inside saying, "Do I even matter here?" So you try a little harder. You speak louder. You joke more. You become a version of yourself that gets noticed. And for a moment, it works. But later, when you're alone again, it feels like none of it was real. Here's the truth most people miss. Craving attention isn't about being dramatic. It's about emotional hunger. Somewhere along the way, you learned that being seen meant being valued. Maybe you were ignored when you needed comfort, or you had to earn love by being interesting, useful, or perfect. So now your mind chases attention like it's survival, because to you, it once was. Think about it. Why does a single message change your entire mood? Why does being overlooked feel heavier than it should? It's not weakness, it's a pattern. A pattern that says, if they notice me, I matter. If they don't, I disappear. But here's the twist. The more you chase attention, the further you move away from what you actually need: connection. Real connection doesn't come from being the loudest, the funniest, or the most impressive person in the room. It comes from being real. And that's terrifying, isn't it? Because being real means risking not being liked. It means showing up without the mask. Pause again. If no one was watching, who would you be? The version of you that's constantly performing, or the one that just wants to be understood? People who crave attention aren't shallow. They're often the ones who were never truly seen when it mattered the most. So they learned to create visibility instead of receiving it. But you don't have to keep proving your worth like this. You don't have to earn attention to deserve connection. Sometimes the quietest version of you is the most honest one. And the people who truly see you, they won't need a performance to stay.